On July 23, 2013, South Sudan President Salva Kiir Mayardit fired 29 cabinet ministers and their deputies from office. Among them, Vice President Riek Machar. The Secretary General of the government called a press briefing and said the president wanted to achieve gender equity, a balanced representation, equality and efficient new cabinet of 19 ministers.
The president is now working on forming the new cabinet. I can't tell you the exact date on which he will complete this, but at least I can use the word very soon.
The firing of 60-year-old Riek Machar brought tension, especially from his birthplace, Unity State, and soldiers allied to him were on standby as word went round that all was not well. In his own words, Riek Machar said there was brewing tension from within the SPLM party that appeared to divide the membership over what he termed as dictatorial leadership by the president.
Because of these issues, the process is flawed, the process is undemocratic. It will end up into an undemocratic constitution. So we decided, let's pull out.
With rising political temperatures, Riek Machar called his first press conference at his home in Juba after rumors of a coup plot began to circulate.
I want the nation to be calm. I want no misunderstanding of it. I want no violence to happen.
Despite Machar's statement, President Salva Kiir implicated the former vice president in a failed coup on the 15th of December 2013, when soldiers of both leaders engaged in a fight that lasted several hours at the break of dawn.
This prophet of doom continues to persistently pursue his actions of the past, and I have to tell you that I will not allow or tolerate such incidences once again in our new nation.
The man described by the president as a prophet of doom posted a Twitter message on his official page saying, "The issue is not between tribes, and the notion that there was a coup was a fabrication by the president to eliminate democracy." 2 days before Christmas, as violence started spreading, he tweeted another message saying, "I don't wish for a civil war to happen in South Sudan. Salva Kiir must leave, and this will bring democracy and freedom to South Sudan." The man, described by analysts as a shifty politician, was born in Unity State from the Nuer tribe, which is the second largest tribe after Dinka, where President Salva Kiir hails from. His first wife, Emma McCune, a British aid worker, is said to have been the driving force behind the man during his formative years on the political arena.
In 10 years' time, it would be very nice to think that we were living in a peaceful, independent, sovereign state of southern Sudan, and perhaps on a little farm.
In 1993, after becoming pregnant, she moved to Nairobi. She and her unborn child died in a car crash in Nairobi. Emma McCune helped Machar in crafting his political manifestos using a UN-supplied typewriter. Street Kids International fired her as war intensified in Sudan, and Machar split his faction of soldiers away from the larger movement. Riek Machar has been controversial through his political career with a volatile history. In 1983, he joined Sudan People's Liberation Movement during the Second Sudanese Civil War under the leadership of Dr. John Garang de Mabior. He fell out with Garang after 6 years, and in August 28, 1991, he rebelled and formed a splinter group, the SPLA Nasir. In September 1993, former President Daniel Arap Moi held separate talks with Garang and Riek Machar. In October 1993, the US Congress hosted a meeting between Garang and Riek. The two seemed to agree about various subjects related to a ceasefire and reconciliation between the two factions, self-determination and opposition to the Khartoum regime. But Riek disputed Garang's authority and refused to sign a joint declaration. After his fallout with Garang, Riek Machar led his army to conduct the Boer massacre on the 15th of November 1991, killing of 2,000 civilians and wounded several thousands more over the course of 2 months. This happened 3 months after Machar and his soldiers declared a coup against Dr. John Garang called the Nasir Declaration. Riek Machar at the time described the incident as propaganda and myth. But he later admitted to having ordered the killings in Bor during the 2013 memorial celebrations of Dr. John Garang at his home in Juba. He broke down in tears as he apologized. In 1997, Riek Machar made a treaty with the government of Sudan. Under this agreement, he was named an assistant to Omar al-Bashir and became head of the government-backed South Sudan Defense Force, SSDF. In 2000, he left the SSDF and formed a new militia, the Sudan People's Defense Forces or Democratic Front, SPDF, and 2 years later rejoined the SPLA as a senior commander. After the death of John Garang in July 2005, Riek Machar became vice president of the autonomous Southern Sudan. He became vice president of South Sudan on the 9th of July 2011 when the country became independent. The latest coup attempt by Riek Machar has flared up violence in which over 1,000 people have been killed and thousands of foreigners, including Kenyans, were left stranded. His allies believe Salva Kiir staged the coup in order to justify his stranglehold on the presidency. Among this is Mabior Garang de Mabior, the eldest son of John Garang, who posted a long message on his Facebook page saying, "The so-called coup was an inside job designed to foment tribal divisions." He finishes by saying, "The events currently taking place in Juba and other parts of South Sudan could mark the end of the First Republic of South Sudan." But many hope that will not happen because the consequences for the entire region will be unimaginable. Dennis Okari, NTV.